Hello everybody and welcome to the Directv Cup Series Season 1, Race 6 from San Diego. Got a big field here today as we take a look at some of your drivers to watch for. First off, we have Brad Keselowski winning the pole with a record time here at San Diego for this first ever Cup race here. Next, we have Chase Elliott starting inside row 5. He's been strong last week's winner. Can he get it done today? And Kyle Larson starting on the outside of row 2. Dark horse pick for today. Can he get the win? Now I'll send you trackside for the command to fire engines. Drivers, start your engines! Now as the cars start to fire up and roll off, we'll take a look at your starting lineup. In row 1, we have Brad Keselowski and Kurt Busch. In row 2, we have Jamie McMurray and Kyle Larson, Chip Ganassi teammates. Row 3 goes to Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch. Row 4, Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick. In row 5, we have Chase Elliott and Eric Almirola. Row 6 goes to the 12 of Ryan Blaney and the 78 of Martin Truex. Row 7, AJ Allmendinger and William Byron. Row 8, Austin Dillon and Paul Menard. Row 9, Bubba Wallace and Alex Bowman. In row 10, we have Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer. Row 11, Eric Jones and Ricky Stenhouse. Row 12, we have Justin Allgaier and Daniel Suarez. Row 13 goes to Ryan Newman and Casey Kane. Row 14, Trevor Bayne and Chris Buescher. Row 15, Landon Castle and Ty Dillon. Row 16, Gray Gaulding and Cole Witt. Row 17, Corey LaJoie and Danica Patrick. In row 18, Reed Sorensen and Matt Kenseth. And so that's it. 8 laps. It's 36 drivers. Brad Keselowski on the pole. Here we go. We're green at San Diego. Brad Keselowski immediately takes the lead. Kurt Busch takes second from Jamie McMurray. Here comes Jimmy Johnson moving his way through the field. Keselowski leads the first lap. Larson already going to the high side. Coming down the back straightaway here. Oh, and they spin! Landon Castle and Gray Gaulding spin. Heavy contact for those two cars. If you take a look at it here, Landon Castle just starts spinning. And it looks like Gray Gaulding just tries to get on the brakes. Gets turned by Corey LaJoie, his teammate. And that sends them into the wall. Heavy contact for the two of them. So you see, we'll take one more look at it. It looks like Landon Castle just gets into the 6 of Trevor Bayne. And Bayne just doesn't move, which sends Castle spinning. And then Castle gets into Gaulding, and Gaulding gets into his teammate LaJoie. So Gaulding his engine is smoking, and Landon Castle right there, it looks like he broke off part of the barrier, which puts us under the red flag. We'll be right back for the repairs. So now the field under the red flag here, as the repairs are still being made to this racetrack. Gray Gaulding and Landon Castle being involved in that wreck. I'll show you what happened here. Landon Castle tries to slide up, but he doesn't have enough room. Gets into Trevor Bayne, which spins him down the racetrack and collects Gray Gaulding. Just an unfortunate event here as everybody's trying to, all the safety workers trying to fix that wall right there. That leads to the road course. So trying to make sure that that is safe, the safer barrier. Trying to make sure that that is okay for the drivers to race on. Now we go down to Mike. Yeah, guys, and I'm here with Harry Potter. Harry, who are you looking for to win this race? Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. This is a really good race right here. I wouldn't be surprised if the supercar Brad Keselowski doesn't come out and get this thing. I really like Keselowski, and I hope he wins this race. That's all I'm really got to say. You guys, so there you go. Harry Potter thinks the 2-car Brad Keselowski. Yeah, and thank you, Mike. You know, the safety workers still working on that wall. We're still under the red flag. Now the restart. Here we go. Jimmy Johnson gets a good restart. Oh, and there's a spin in the back. Ricky Stenhouse, Matt Kenseth, Trevor Bayne, Cole Witt, and it looks like Chris Buescher all caught up in this one. So now 5 cars were caught up, but Chris Buescher just backed off right there. 4 cars involved in a wreck here on the restart. I'll show you what happened. Ricky Stenhouse already spinning, just gets and spun by, looks like, Daniel Suarez. And Matt Kenseth tries to avoid and gets spun by Chris Buescher. He then collects his other teammate, Trevor Bayne. Like, yeah, guys, well, I'll tell you what, that restart for Brad Keselowski was not so good. He lost a ton of positions, sitting there in 7th place, ahead of the 22 of Joey Logano. Keselowski looking for a rebound. He started on the pole. Can he come out and win this race? No, I don't know. It's going to be tough for Keselowski. Now we're back here after the red flag is out again. 2 times in a row now the red flag has been out for this caution right here. So here Ricky Stenhouse gets spun down the racetrack, collects his teammates Matt Kenseth and Trevor Bayne, and then Matt Kenseth collects Cole Witt and Chris Buescher, who had a little bit of repair done to his car. He is back out on the racetrack now. So a ton of cars caught up in this. All of the Roush cars. You see here Ricky Stenhouse, Trevor Bayne right there. About the 71 of Matt Kenseth looking for a good season. Cole Witt also caught up in this one in the 72 car. Just a terrible day for Roush. We'll be right back for the green-white checker. So now here they go. Jimmy McMurray, Jimmy Johnson. Here comes Johnson looking for the lead. Here comes Almirola to 3rd. Here comes Kurt Busch now. To 3rd place as Almirola falls back. 1 lap to go. Jamie McMurray down the back straightaway. 2, 3, and 4 for the final time. It's going to be McMurray winning his 2nd race of the season. So Jamie McMurray, no celebration, just wins his 2nd race of the year. Congratulations to Jamie McMurray. So we'll take a look at your finishing results here. First off, we have Jamie McMurray, the number 1 car, taking number 1. Jimmy Johnson in 2nd today. 3rd place goes to Kurt Busch. 4th, Kyle Larson. 5th place today is Eric Almirola with a strong run. 6th place, Chase Elliott. In 7th, we have Brad Keselowski. 8th, Joey Logano. In 9th place, we have AJ Allmendinger with a nice run. And in rounding out the top 10, we have the 12 of Ryan Blaney. In 11th, we have Kevin Harvick just missing out on the top 10. 12th, Martin Truex also just missing out. William Byron's in 13th. 14th place goes to Kyle Busch. In 15th today, we have the 3 of Austin Dillon. In 16th, we have Bubba Wallace. 17th, Alex Bowman. 18th, Paul Menard. 19th, Eric Jones. 20th, Casey Kane. 21st, Clint Boyer. 22nd, Denny Hamlin. 23rd, Ryan Newman. 24th, Daniel Suarez. 25th, Chris Buescher. 26th, Justin Allgaier. 27th, Ty Dillon. 28th, Danica Patrick. 29th is Reed Sorensen. Rounding out the top 30, we have Corey LaJoie. And 31st, getting caught up in a wreck today, Cole Witt. 32nd, Matt Kenseth. 33rd, Trevor Bayne. 34th, Ricky Stenhouse. 35th is Greg Galding, rounding out the field, and 36th is the 00 of Landon Castle. So now we'll take a look at your point standings here. With that win, Jamie McMurray still 3rd in the point standings, even though he's got 2 wins. He's the first driver to win 2 races this season, but Jimmy Johnson, with a strong 2nd place finish, still is atop the point standings. Chase Elliott, his teammate there in 2nd with a win last week at Daytona. He's ahead of Jamie McMurray just because of the points. Otherwise, McMurray would be ahead of Chase Elliott. Ryan Blaney in 4th there with his win. William Byron winning the first race of the season down in 5th. He is last among the drivers that have a win. And you see here Martin Truex not making the top 10 today really affected his point standings. He is now down to 8th place. And Bubba Wallace takes over 7th place in the point standings, 52 above. Brad Keselowski pretty much locked into the playoffs, 77 points above the cut line. It's going to be a lot of wrecks if he's not going to make it. Eric Jones, 40 points. Kyle Larson, 40 points above. Clint Boyer, 34. Chris Buescher, 33. Daniel Suarez, 17. Kurt Busch, 15. Austin Dillon, 11 points above. And Alex Bowman on the bubble right here, 8 points above. Joey Logano having a solid run today, 8 points below. Ty Dillon now 9 points below. he was in the points. He was in the playoffs as of last week. He was about, I think, 15th. We take a look at 19 through 36. Harvick also on the bubble, only 10 out. Casey Kane with a nice run today. He's only 12 points out. Eric Almirola climbing his way back up there, 14 points out. AJ Allmendinger with a ninth place run today is only 14 points away from that cutoff line. Denny Hamlin in 23rd, 15 points below that cutoff line. Ricky Stenhouse with a wreck today was in a couple races ago, and now he is out by 16 points. Ryan Newman, you see here, 21 points above. Trevor Bayne with a wreck today, 22 points out. Kyle Busch, 32 points out, back in 27th. Paul Menard, 37 points out. Danica Patrick is 43 points out, 30th place. Cole Witt in 31st, 46 points out. Gray Gaulding with that wreck today, 54 points out. Corey LaJoie, 55 points out, just 1 point behind his teammate. Matt Kenseth is 57 points out. Landon Castle also 57 points out. You see there, Reed Sorensen still at the bottom. He cannot seem to rebound. Reed Sorensen just having a ton of bad runs here in this season. Just will not be enough for him to make the playoffs unless he can get one of those crucial wins at somewhere like Daytona. So now, we'll see you in the next race in Bristol. This is MadFace84, signing out.